You know, the moms who want their child to carve the perfect Halloween pumpkin, so much so that they end up carving it. Holiday pressure is about to start, and joining us with some advice is one of our favorite mom bloggers, Kay Wyma. It's too much.
It is too much.
It's too much. I can't even look at the pictures because I'm already feeling overwhelmed.
I'm guilty. I am so guilty. You know, when your daughter needs to bring her little MVP jersey to show herself off. Yeah, you know, mommy had to put a little bling on it. That's all. I'm so guilty.
Well, now that you're into crafting, the last few things that we've had going
no,
on.
I've always been into crafting. I'm just showing you my skills, okay?
But again, we just feel pressure.
Yeah.
We feel pressure as
I think
parents.
it is, and especially as we hit the holidays, there's something about that. And I don't think when we're walking out of the grocery store that this helps very much. That you see, and this is very Pinteresting, you know, because who's sending their kid to school with this in their lunchbox?
Yeah, it is nice to have something to aspire to. I mean, I have to say, as a parent, you know, you do want to do something fun with your kids, and if it's something that like makes their project or the cupcakes that they take to school stand out more than somebody else's, then they get to feel the pride too. So maybe there's a good side.
I think there's a happy medium, but I think it's like, where do we end on that?
Like
and
when it starts becoming stressful, right?
Maybe. And there's new research out about from Harvard studies have done research on mindfulness, which is a very popular topic right now, about where your mind centers. And our minds wander almost 50% of the time that we are just going through our day, which is a long time. And I brought this quote just so I wouldn't mess it up. They say, and this is Killingsworth and Gilbert, and they say, a human mind is a wandering mind, and a wandering mind is an unhappy mind. And the ability to think about what is not happening is a cognitive achievement that comes at an emotional cost, because we find ourselves on the other side of that being unhappy. And so even this morning when I was driving to school, it was dark, and there were several homes on our way that were decorated for Halloween.
Like Halloween lights.
Right,
it's
which
crazy.
is like, it's like as if the Christmas part wasn't enough. Now I have to decorate for Halloween, which can either be something which you look at and go, I'm so excited for them that they get to do that, but we might tend to go, my house doesn't look good enough, I can't have people over, and then you hit these events where people are coming to your house, and it's almost like you don't want them over, because it's not okay to just serve your kids, you know, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with some Cheetos on the side.
You know, why do we feel like that? Why do we do that to ourselves?
I think a lot of it is the comparison pressure, that we walk into it and we've already defined our self-esteem based on what people think about us. And that's where it's like, could we reboot for a second? And I think that's so important in the moment to stop. And rather being concerned about what someone else thinks about me, maybe for a moment consider the other people that are involved.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and I think that there's so much freedom in that, because guess we are all sitting here and somebody might be watching this going, they have it all together, look. And no, but we would be, we're all regular. And that's the whole thing.
This one does.
Me? Oh my gosh, I'm the one.
But don't you love that? And if we for a moment can go, listen, we're all walking this road together and we all feel this way, could we for a moment let go and just let it be okay to come over and have dinner and not worry if Martha Stewart's like cover is the way that it should be?
Okay, I have a question though. What if you actually enjoy it? Like, you know, if it's my turn to host Bunko, I do a little chocolate fondue stuff because I enjoy it and I love entertaining. But I'm also that person who I'm like, I'm a one holiday at a time. I'll start thinking about Thanksgiving once, you know, Halloween is over. Christmas after Thanksgiving. So is it okay as long as you have that balance?
I think a huge part is finding your giftedness, because clearly hospitality is in your wheelhouse if that's the case. And it's great to do that. Just like with our kids, they all are gifted to do something. And it's like, could we go for a moment to that instead of making it be about the way that we look? And that's where I think that we can walk in and let it be a training ground versus an envy playground.
It's
Does
very,
that make
that's
sense?
a great point,
Yes.
and it's very interesting how this mimics a lot of the things that we hear about social media. You know, when we see photos and things on social media that make us feel inadequate or somehow bad about ourselves. It's the same as you talk about driving past someone's home that's beautifully decorated. And I wonder, though, if there is a way that we can balance that, you know, like you were saying, balance the desire to do something amazing and interesting and different and not really going over the top. Money is another issue. A lot of people don't have the money to decorate
and
like
that's
that.
what I thought this morning as I was driving by the Halloween house, and because it's a glimpse. That's a glimpse. And we might make the glimpse be that person, but the truth of the matter is there's so much going on.
Right.
And so for me, if I can for a moment understand that there's more even in that home, and that my home isn't, I'm not a victim to what they are doing. And with Halloween coming, I wanted to bring y'all something, because I think a big part of it is the reboot, all right? And so even Halloween and the not fair, because we're all about to hit not fair, because it's not fair when they look at their candy and somebody else has more candy than they did. Or costumes is like the epitome of looking at the outside. Just saying. And so how do you do
talk about costumes?
I know, but how do you do the reboot? And this is one thing that we do at our house. We boo people. And so, because there's an other-centeredness involved in the boo.
Yeah, I love it.
And here's like, just in my mind, it's like, remember the boo, because when you boo, it kind of, it makes you think for a minute, and it gets you out of that moment. And so in these moments, as we hit the holidays, just let's do a quick reboot and go to the other people that are involved, and maybe go towards thankfulness, because we know that gratitude, thinking of what you do have, not what you don't have, is so important.
What is booing people? I'm
hang
on. My kids are fully grown. I'm sure I did this when they were little. Is this when you hang the thing on their door and
you go to somebody else's house, put it on their doorstop, ring the doorbell, and run away.
What's in your care package?
Well, y'all are getting some sprinkles today, because everyone should have some cupcakes.
Yay! We love sprinkles.
Sugar makes it better.
Oh, and chocolate is always the answer.
But wait, isn't part of the boo thing then you kind of like, you have them,
then
they have to pay it forward, right?
Yep.
And
there
I always
you go.
felt
The
pressure
gift
from
keeps
that.
giving.
I hated getting booed, because I'm like, oh my God, now I've got to go and
you don't have to.
I
It's
love
just
getting
fun.
booed.
But you gotta go, and you want to make the best basket with all the
She
cutest
bought
little
humbugs
pencils.
for Halloween.
Yes, but if you go that way, we went the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's about caring for others, really.
Yeah,
and that
that's
sounds
right.
cheesy, but there's a lot of power in that.
Dollar bins at Target.
It's in the mind.
It is in the mind.
It's in the mind.
It
Not
really
letting
is.
all that pressure take over you. All right, Kay's blog
Dollar
is called
bins at Target.
themoatblog.com. Moat stands for a mother of adolescents and teens. That would be me. All right, up next on the broadcast, a peak party to get fit and celebrate those who are fighting breast cancer. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We got booed last night.